Am I in the middle? All right. Audio sync. All right. 3, 2, 1. Snap, snap. All right. All right. So it's Christmas time, and Christmas is one of my favorite holidays. I enjoy the atmosphere. I enjoy a lot of things about it, especially the snow. I get to spend time with my family. It's a very comfy holiday, and I really, really like it. And one of my favorite things about Christmas is getting to watch Christmas-themed anime episodes, because they're usually, some of them are pretty good, some of them are okay. So I thought to get into the spirit, I would rank some of my some Christmas episodes from some series I've watched. I mainly wanted to keep it from series that I've seen and not just kind of jump to Christmas episodes in other series, because I wanted to keep the context, and I wanted to keep, I wanted to know what happens in the context of what comes before and after the episode. So that's kind of it. So I'm kind of ranking these on how Christmassy they felt to me. Like when I watched this, I was like, oh, this feels like a Christmas episode. It feels festive to me. And so that's kind of like the basis I went off on this. So the first one I kind of wanted to talk about was Horimiya. This one, it's another really good show I enjoyed watching. I gave this one a C. Purely in the tense of it just felt like a normal episode to me. Yeah, there was some Christmassy theming around it. The main story was Christmassy, but overall it just felt normal to me. We did have Ishikawa and Yoshikawa hanging out and kind of their little romance thing, whatever that is happening with his nanny or whoever she was. I don't know what that was. And then Hori and Miyamura, they get engaged. It was a sweet episode. It was nice, but overall, in terms of Christmassiness, it's a C. It just felt more of like a normal episode to me. Sword Art Online, and this one is kind of the only this is the only like slice of life show on here, and I gave this one an S tier, purely because it did feel Christmassy, but it just was the opposite of what you would normally get in a Christmas episode. There wasn't any romance. There is nothing like, oh, let's go shopping, let's do fun things. It told the tale of the moonlit black cats, and it made me cry. Genuinely, it didn't make me feel festive or Christmassy, but at the same time, it really, I think, is one of the better episodes out of all of Sword Art Online, especially with the entire context of the show. It's one of the shows that really hit me hard, and so I'm giving it an S, because it was out there, and I really appreciated that. The next one is Toradora, and this is one of the shows that I've watched a long time ago. Kind of when I started getting into anime, this is one of the first shows I watched. So for the purpose of it, I've just been rewatching it, and I recently finished it, and I'm giving it an S tier. Out of all the shows on this list, it had the longest kind of like Christmas arc. It was 3 episodes long. Other ones were like just 1 episode or 2 episodes. This was the longest, and I thought it was great. It was incredibly festive. It was very centered around the entire theme of Christmas. We even had an entire musical number, which I remember watching this the first time, and I was like, holy, this is great. This is not what I was expecting. This is amazing. We even had hardships, Kushieda, she's going through the ringer, dropping the ball in her softball game, blaming herself for a lot of stuff, and it really shows in these 3 episodes. And you even have Ami and Taiga kind of realizing their feelings for Ryuji, even though it's not like super obvious, especially on Ami's end, but you can kind of tell there's little inklings there. And so I'm giving it an S tier, and I think it's honestly the best out of everything that I have today. All right, Rent a Girlfriend, and this one was another kind of just mid one. I'm giving it a C tier. It didn't feel super Christmassy to me. Granted, the entire episode was based around a Christmas episode, but with Kazuya being kind of, the way he is, I gave it a C. You do get a nice moment between him and Chizuru where he gets the gift, but other than that, it didn't feel very Christmassy to me, and it was okay. It's a C tier. Moving on to Teasing Master Takagi-san. And this is one of the most wholesome and cute shows I've watched. I really enjoy the show, and this Christmas episode, I gave it a B because it did feel very Christmassy. They had a very cute date. I enjoyed it. They went to go see the movie. You know, they played the claw machine. She let him win in in their whole relationship thing. And they even exchanged gifts. There was snow at the end. There was a big tree, and it was a very touching moment and very wholesome. B tier. Shikimori's not just a cutie, and this was another one that really captivated me. I thought it was excellent. It was an A tier for me. It's the last episode of the series, and it was cute. It was just a Christmas themed date of them doing cute shit all day. It was an easy A tier. I really enjoyed watching them just kind of do their own shit. And the ending on the boats, it was a very touching moment. It's an A tier. I don't really have much to say on this one because it was not a whole lot happened, but it's an A tier for me. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I gave this one a B tier. And this was an incredibly Christmassy episode. I really enjoyed watching them plan the play out and actually getting to see the play play out. And it was just a fun episode in general, very Christmassy. I really enjoyed it. And I really enjoyed the little kind of side plot of Kana getting her fireplace in her room. That was fun. I really enjoyed that little side plot of the entire episode. So I'm giving it a B there. Not like super great, but not just mid. It was still pretty good. Komi can't communicate, and this is another one of my favorite kind of slice of life episodes. I gave this one a C tier though. Purely in the context, just like Horimiya, this one just felt more like a normal episode, just with some like Christmassy sprinkled throughout it. Even though the entire pretense of the episode was a Christmas party, you can easily just kind of like remove it and be like, it was Komi's birthday too, so you can just remove the Christmas and it would essentially be the same kind of episode. So that's why I gave it a C. It was just another basically normal episode. All right, and last but certainly not the least, we have Pet Girl of Sakura-sou, and I gave this one an S tier because it was incredibly Christmassy. It was awesome. You had a date, you had a confession, you had you had Sakata and Mashiro making up after Sakata was being a bitch, because he can just be a bitch sometimes. It was really nice. Misaki, confesses to Jin, she's buck-ass naked. And Sakata and Nanami go on their date. They see the play. It was nice. It was a good Christmas episode. S tier. There's really not much else to say about it. It just felt very Christmassy and in the festivities. S tier. So that's really all I've got. This is kind of my first semi-scripted, not just me kind of rambling about things. I actually have decent notes for this one. This is actually my second time recording it because I didn't like my first one, so I went back and redid my notes. So hopefully this turns out better. If you like the video, subscribe, leave comments about things I can maybe change, do better, or stuff to watch and maybe things to talk about. That's really it. That's all I got. It's the end of the video.